Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and from early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Arizona Wildcats taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. So the Arizona Wildcats will have some work to do after that short return. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, man.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw. It's Everett. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Soft spot in the middle. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Arizona runs out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got great speed. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Aggies offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The jet sweep pass. offense rolling with a first down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Jumped on top of the pile.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
The Aggies get enough for the first down.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job by the offense.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Aggies have it with a first and goal. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Makes his connection. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit.
Yeah, I like the defense understanding where the end zone is and then defending that line. It's okay to make the catch. You just got to make sure you get the ball carrier down in the field of play.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They want to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practiced.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Everett. Feeling some heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Finds him out of the backfield. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss.
Leaves it with the back.
We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Arizona right back to the line. The give to the single back. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Arizona runs out the punt team. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Unleashes one. Finds space on the right. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He got it. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
But on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be
snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
and he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
On the move, it's Amaro. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. Man, they have been great on 4th down. A perfect 3 for 3. They'll try it again here. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Smacks it with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggies. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decisions.
The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. To the air, it's Everett. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll throw it on first down. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Going downfield for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Aggie. And the route is on. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon, that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
On the option, he'll toss it. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. They've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Got a man. It's Amaro. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. Now improvising. Now he's looking into the middle. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Everett. Coming after it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. On target. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. Line gets set, 1st down. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
He'll run it again. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Quick pass on the fly motion. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped him out.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! And the stomping has commenced. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under. Arizona runs out the punt team.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback checking off. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
They'll go right back to him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Leaves it with the running back. Shows him the stiff arm. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And here comes the offense on second down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big fourth downs, they look for him.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them, you know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage. QB and him, same page. Fourth down, no problem. And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.